Hey, I'm Spencer.
And I'm Marisa.
We don't really know each other.
But we're sitting down together with a shared question in mind. Can you really get to know someone through their favorite songs?
I've got a playlist of 1,000 songs. We're picking one or two each episode
to see what stories, memories, and emotions they unlock. Two strangers.
One playlist.
This is
HeartATrack. Okay.
That was good!
I sped it, but...
That's okay. You followed, you led, I followed. Hey, how are you? How was your week?
I'm fine. It was alright.
Yeah, long time no see, no chat.
Well, 7 days,
Yeah.
as usual. Yeah, it was good. I don't know if there's anything I should or want to or can bring up.
Let's not. Let's just dive into it, shall we?
So, we have a super fun episode here. We have 2 songs.
Rock and roll.
And we have a new kind of feature to the show. Yeah.
A new feature to the show.
Yeah. It's not a new feature that's going to happen every single week, but
Okay.
hopefully it's something that we can have happen often.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. If you don't remember, I mentioned it to Marisa as she was leaving last time, just for scheduling purposes, but...
I do remember now.
Okay.
I'm excited.
That's cool. So we have talked, especially in episode 2 primarily, about going away to camp. And with the story we shared in the past, if you haven't heard episode 2, hop back and check out Ice Ice Baby and Deep Deep Trouble, where I discussed when I went away to camp and came back home is when I got my first CD and stereo system. Today, I'd like to focus on that first camp experience.
Okay.
Yeah. So we can jump right into song number 1.
I love it. Number 1.
Well, it's song of today.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, brother.
Hold your horses.
Yeah.
No, this is still climbing the list,
Yeah,
very
okay.
much so where we left off.
But number 1 today. You got it.
The first song of today.
Rock and roll.
Not the number 1 song on the list.
Did you see my eyes go big? Like, I'm like,
Yeah.
what are we doing?
They smacked the window over there.
A little bit.
All right. Here is song number 1 of this episode.
Hello, listener. Hope you're cozy. Hope you're ready to get nosy. Spencer's got stories for Marisa and for you all, valued listeners.
Thanks for the giggles. Jumped right into giggles. Nice.
That's good. I like it. I like the whole thing. I don't know
Yeah?
what it is, who it is, or where it is, but
You've never heard that before?
never ever.
Okay.
No.
So that's Alan Sherman is the artist. He's a comedy singer from the 60s.
Okay.
And he had a fair amount of hits, but this was his biggest selling comedy single from, like, I want to say 65, 66.
Nice.
But yeah, I tell them what you said as soon as you heard the instrumentation.
I thought I was brought back to like a old school Disney movie. Like I'm talking like the 40s, 50s era where
Yeah.
it's like,
Or even 60s, really.
well, yeah, like just the old school, like,
Yeah.
yeah, old school Disney of just the daintiness and
Yep.
like innocence of just like, just like, yeah. But
Yeah, that makes total sense to me because the first thing I wrote down was, if it isn't clear by now to you and anyone who listens, my music, I like it to be either the soundtrack of my life, or if we all could break out into song, it's songs like this that I would be singing. You know what I mean? In certain parts of my life.
I'm genuinely glad you give me lyrics because the melody's easy enough to catch on.
That one was,
instantly.
yeah.
this song easily.
For sure.
So I was like, I just started singing along to it. It was
Yeah, because
it was fun.
she knew the rhythm and all that.
I knew but it's like it's a funny song. And then that was my second part was funny.
Yes.
Like old school, and I was like, I see this
For
like
sure.
being shown on like a stage, and someone's actually just like,
Yeah, well,
it's like a stand up.
It is a live recording.
Yeah.
So it's exactly that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and
I liked it.
I love that vibe of it. I'm glad that you enjoyed it and that you find it funny and charming, whatever else. Because again, similar to Jim Carrey in The Simpsons, I've had people go like, "Why would you say that's one of your favorite songs?" And I'm like, "Well, there's a reason."
So I'm wondering if because I know you went to camp. I can't remember if you had a positive or a negative experience. I truly can't remember.
Oh, yeah?
Okay. Was it a negative experience?
Well, I described it in episode 2 as I had an experience that was rough or something like that, and I came out of it okay.
Okay.
But, yeah.
So part of me kind of thought, basically, let me come home if you miss me. I'll even let Aunt Bertha hug and kiss me.
Yeah,
like, at that point, I was like, I think he's implying that, like, with camp, like, he probably wanted to go home, right? And he was, like unhappy and miserable and sad.
Sure. Yeah.
But the song itself, like, it kind of feels funny because then at the end it says, kindly disregard this letter, right?
Yeah.
And then I think you stayed at camp, right? Like, I don't think you... Yeah, so that's... Yep. That's where my brain went.
I like hearing the assumption before I give the truth.
Give the truth.
And, sorry.
So my thought was, because you were a kid, right?
Yeah.
And like was it your first time going away to camp?
Yeah, very first.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where that can be nerve-wracking for anyone at any point of just leaving home, and then you're surrounded by when you're surrounded by strangers and people that you don't know, and when it said my bunkmate has malaria, that part as well, I kind of thought, I was like, maybe like. Oh, bad experience with some people, they're outside of your control, but it's just like you're around, like smells and funkiness, and I don't know. That's all kind of very new territory and unknown, right? So that's that's
cool. That makes sense that you would gather that from the song.
Yeah.
In order to help tell this story, we're going to hear from our very first ever guest, who is joining us via pre-recorded message.
Which is amazing regardless. Rock and roll.
Yes, but we are going to welcome to the show, as I just said, via pre-recorded message, Jason Eastman.
Hey, Jason here. Thanks for having me on, Spencer. You and Marisa have a great idea here, and I'm excited to watch it as it grows. I've known Spencer for a lot of years, ever since he was just a youngin'. Years later, he was even the DJ at my wedding. So one of the most amazing memories I have of Spencer was at Forest Cliff Camp during the summer of 2003. I was a counselor in training there for a couple weeks that summer. The next summer, I had the awesome privilege of being able to work there for the entire summer. And in 2003, I was lucky enough to have Spencer in my cabin during my first summer helping out there. I had spent years and years attending the camp and enjoyed being a counselor for these couple summers there as well. I can't remember exactly what night it was, but early in the week, Spencer was a bit homesick and a bit scared. This was something new, even if it was exciting, something new and different. One night we were chatting on the porch of the cabin. I remember that Tyler Shaw, at that point he was in charge of all the boys' cabins. He saw us, came over and chatted with us as well. Spencer and I spent time chatting about the fun that we had had so far at camp that week and the fun that we were going to continue having. And the chance that Spencer had to make some new great friends as well. We prayed together, asking our amazing God for strength to continue having a great week where we could continue learning about his love. Even back then, Spencer had an amazing gift of acting and making people laugh. He ended up helping to put on a comedy skit later that week at the campfire time. And he rocked the rest of the week. He had a blast. And it really gave me a chance to get to know him even better. We have continued a friendship to this day. He even remembered my camp name of All Sport when he asked me to be on the show. I'm super excited to see how he links this into the podcast and some more of his memories from that time in his life. Thanks for having me on.
Cute.
Just sweet, dude.
That's awesome.
So glad I know that.
Well, congrats, buddy.
No, so, yeah, Jason, as he said, he was my counselor. He was like the leader with another guy of my cabin. And I did know him slightly from church. Yeah. Yeah. So you were hitting the nail on the head there with your assumptions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Another thing that got me was, and the lake has alligators.
Yeah.
And the head coach wants no sissies.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's like something you resonate with, but I definitely kind of resonate with that. When you're picking,
alligators?
Well, no, with the whole, sorry, I gotta get a little more clear here.
Sure.
With the head coach wants no sissies. I feel like that's a whole thing in summer camp too, when you're like, gotta pick the teams, and they're always
a little bit.
And and you have to pick, and it's
It can be.
It can be an awful experience.
Depends who's in charge.
Yeah.
In any circumstance, too. You know,
Yeah.
teachers or bosses or anything.
Yeah.
But what it was specifically for me was, as we've touched on and as Jason touched on, it was new and different. Mm-hmm. And I had never in my life, I was, maybe, 9 or 10. And had not experienced going away by myself anywhere.
And how long were you gone? Was it a week?
Yeah, like the 5 day.
Yeah, like that's huge, especially like for a 9-year-old to pack up their things and go. Yeah,
for sure.
It's big.
And I specifically remember Mom, Dad, and my sister and I going on a bike ride the morning of the day that I'd be going.
Yeah.
And I remember this intimidating feeling coming over me of like, I think I'd rather be doing this, like going on this bike ride and staying with my family, than I would go away. Like, I don't know if I want to go away. And I didn't voice that because I didn't want to upset anybody. I didn't want my parents to be like, well, we've paid for you to go and all that stuff. And yeah, it was just a weird feeling. And then having gone, I was there. The song says, I've been here one whole day, as a punchline to all the crap that's been going on or whatever. I think I had literally only gone for one day, and I had a meltdown.
You were done. Oh.
I had a meltdown. So I don't know what you've experienced in your camping situations, like if it was a camp, like with a lake and all that stuff, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
I don't mean to hijack everything.
I'm just listening.
Yeah.
You do. You
okay.
do you.
So I had to sign up for an activity. But like beforehand, I had to say, when I go, I want to do, it was like archery or sailing or like whatever type of activity. Mm-hmm. I chose horseback riding. I can't remember why.
Lame.
Thanks.
Sorry. No offense. Out of archery? Or like...
I didn't want to do that. No.
I mean, I've ridden horses before. It's fun, but...
Sure.
Sorry, this is one of those times where I'm tailing my opinion. I'm sorry,
fine.
It's still cool. You're
Whatever,
still cool as hell.
It's nothing that I do currently. But it's like, I was just kind of like, yeah, like, maybe I could kind of pretend I'm a cowboy or something. I don't know.
Hell, yeehaw, giddy up, cowboy.
Yeah,
yeehaw.
So I remember experiencing that on day one and then being very intimidated by it. Like, the horse kind of scared me a little bit. We learned, like, how to groom it and stuff. And, again, new, big, different. And I was kind of free. And there was some kids in the camp that were kind of bully-ish, that kind of thing. I remember the zipper on my jeans broke. And I'm a jeans guy. I have been forever.
Oh, no.
I don't like wearing shorts or sweatpants or anything. I'm jeans all the way.
Hey, it's classy. It's fine.
Suppose it's just comfort for me.
Yeah.
So my zipper broke. And I remember telling Jason, like, my zipper broke in my jeans. He's like, oh, you probably have some other pants you could wear. I'm like, no. Like, so he gave me a safety pin and I put it through the like to keep my pants on.
I hope to dear Lord that never came undone on you.
No, it didn't.
Thank God.
No, it was a good safety pin. But it was like, just, it's nowhere near as catastrophically hilarious as the song that Alan Sherman sings is. Yeah. But it felt that way to me, where I was like, I'm scared, it's new, I'm embarrassed, I don't like this. And I remember calling home. So as the song kind of does this, the vehicle of the narrative is that it's a letter. The song is literally called A Letter from Camp, right? Mm-hmm. So the adaptation for me was that I called home and was crying. And I was like, I don't like this. I want to come home. And they're like, well, I don't think that's going to be an option, okay? Because we've got plans that we, if they wanted to spend time alone.
Yeah. Or, no kids, bye.
Yeah. Or just like spend a little bit one-on-one with my sister and stuff. So...
Oh, wait. I thought you and your sister both... Oh, no.
Just me.
Oh, and
no.
So I'm thinking... Sorry, I got the little stories mixed up. The bike ride was with you four.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, and then...
Before I left.
Before you left. Sorry,
right.
I thought... Okay, so it was just you.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
No, I might have told that out of order.
No, it's fine.
So, I was the only one who went.
Gotcha.
And my sister stayed home. She's 4 years younger than me, so I don't even know if she was old enough to go at that point. She's been to that camp since, but... so she was at home with them. So they were spending time with her, and she might have gone to my grandparents, and they probably wanted to have their own summer time, right? So the answer was no to can I come home? And that upset me. And I just remember saying to Jason, here's what I'm going through. And I totally remember what he's talking about there, sitting on the porch and it started with tears, but it ended with severe gratitude.
Good.
You know, to go,
Yay.
yeah, I think I can pull myself together, and without his help, it wouldn't have reached that. You know, and he mentioned another guy, Tyler, who I probably would have known as Toast.
T-Man, Team Money Toast.
Yeah, that was his camp name.
That's fun.
I think that's who he's referring to.
That's fun.
And Jason was All Sport, which at the time made me think of All Star by Smash Mouth.
Somebody once told me. Yeah.
I think I even said to him, like, hey, now, you're an All Sport. Like that guy.
That's funny.
So that's how I remember it. But yeah, and it just, I've always wanted, I wish he was here, but obviously he's busy, and that's okay. Yeah. But it's one of those things, so I know he'll listen to this, and then I want to encourage anybody who has someone like that in their life to express what I like to call throwback thanks, and go like, dude, if it wasn't for you sitting there at like midnight with me as a 9-year-old kid talking about...
It made an impact, right?
Yeah, hugely, and I've always looked up to him for that.
It shaped your character.
Yeah, very much so, and I've had other experiences in life where I've had to go, you know what? It is new and different, but I don't have to be like totally afraid or so nervous that I back out or whatever like that. Have you had stuff like that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't say at camps. I've always been a very independent kid. Ever since I was little, like I was kind of like.
Well, you're the youngest, right? So.
Yeah, I am
and
a
I'm
baby
the
of the
oldest.
family. Yeah, so I've always just been like very. Okay, bye. See you later. Like very independent. Like
Sure.
Like my mom, you know, she could drop me off somewhere, and I would just be like, okay, bye. But the feeling of fear when trying new things, I still get that every day. I got that with the beginning of this show because it's new, and I didn't really know what I was getting myself into. So of course that fear existed, but then the same thing. You know, you show up and you do the thing because you feel like it's. A good thing, and you just keep showing up. I feel like anytime you're kind of getting to something new and it's the unknown, you're in a territory of unknown, like you have to you got to talk to yourself to get you to a place where you're not scared, right? Because fear is just an illusion.
Well,
but,
sure, yeah.
So at 9 years old, when you experience that, that's a very important. That's so important because it's a core memory in your psyche development.
Big time, yeah.
That's really cool, and that fact that it stuck with you too. Yeah, huge. Man, that's cool.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. The amount of gratitude I will always have for him for doing that for me, and and there was prayer involved because there, like I said, it was a Christian camp and that kind of thing, and but that was important too for me. But it was an example of an older man and go, wow, like he really kept his head on straight while I was experiencing something, and he knew exactly what to say. And there's been other times in my life where Jason specifically has sat down with me and talked about things. Maybe we'll get to those in the future. Yeah. But just thanks, Jay, for always being that way.
Yeah, and my rock and roll, Jay.
My other question to you was, do you have anybody that comes to mind for you? That's
of course, yeah. My first thought was my coworker Brandon. Over the course of like the last 3 months when I got a job promotion. You know, you can always, there's always things to unlearn and things to learn.
Yes.
And he's been really great at kind of making me separate business from personal and to not take things personally when I make a mistake when it comes to business stuff because I got a promotion. I'm still learning. So I was very hard on myself. Cool. So there's been times where like one day I randomly texted him like 3 weeks ago out of the blue, and I was just like, hey man, like I just want to thank you for showing me grace and kindness when I mess up because I'm still learning and it means a lot. Like it means a lot, right? And he never responded. Okay, so it's funny because when we go back to the whole
tell him to listen to episode 4.
Well, yeah, exactly. But then when I seen him in person, because like I will see him eventually. Yeah. He looked at me and I looked at him. And I was like, hey, you know, thank you. And he was like, I know I seen your message and I wanted to respond. And I'm like, it's okay. It's just I wanted to tell you in person though. Thank you. Yeah. Because I did say, I wanted to tell you for this in person, but I just want to say thank you. Yeah. So.
That's cool.
Yeah, it comes in spurts. Like, and my best friend Robbie, he's another great example. Yeah. Like, he lives in Vancouver now, or BC with his partner. Yeah. But again, like, it's just there's the few people when they just they know how to just communicate with you, but level with you on the same playing field. Not playing field, but just level with you, right?
Maybe they've been through it and therefore they have the advice.
Yeah, so they know how to empathize. They know how to give.
Yeah, but to actually show that they care about you specifically too.
Yeah,
you know?
That's huge. And I've only felt that with like, the 2 people that I've actually really mentioned. I mean, of course, there's probably more down the line, but
they're the first ones that pop in.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
2 great guys in my life.
And that's wicked awesome. Is there a song that takes you back to camp time? If not, that's okay. But if you were to think about camp, is there a song that you go? Celebration?
Celebrate.
Cool in the Gang?
Times, come on.
Then we go.
Yes, woohoo!
Yeah.
So I went to I did
That's
theater.
cool.
I did a theater camp all my a lot of my childhood, and that was like we always had these end camp movies where you could get a disc at the end.
Oh, cool.
And it'd be like pictures from all summer, and it would have like the actual play that we did.
Oh, cool.
And that was the theme song for my first time doing it, and I got a lead role that year, and I was
wicked.
I think I was 10.
So
same age,
yeah.
10 or 11, just kind of finding your way.
Super cool.
Yeah.
So Celebration by Kool and the Gang.
Yes.
Which is like, I want to say, here's my DJ nerd knowledge. I want to say that's like the number 5 song of 1981.
Yeah.
So that was a big hit. Yeah. But of course, it's relevant. Was it in the play then?
So every year the play was always based in a different era. So there would be plays based in the 60s, 70s. I think that year was the 80s.
Well, should have been because of that.
Yeah. So the one year when it was 60s, I think we had poodle skirts. We all wore poodle skirts. The dancers wore poodle skirts and stuff. It was...
Been there.
Yeah. It was a fun theater camp.
Yeah, that sounds pretty fun.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I want to keep trucking along here because
Yeah.
we do have more to listen to.
Song number dos.
Song number, Deuce.
Dos. Deuces.
Now, for this one,
Yeesh.
you can give me your preference. I was planning on not sending you the lyrics for this.
Okay.
Because it's not about the lyrics within the verses at all for me.
Okay.
I didn't want those lyrics to pull you in a different direction and distract you.
Okay.
So I'll just say that.
All right.
The vibe and the chorus. Feel free to move that chair that you keep hitting.
Thank you.
Yeah.
ADHD.
Spread your wings, yeah.
Okay.
All right,
I'm
so
ready.
we're going to listen to song number 2, and we'll be back in a moment.
Now we know that Marisa used to play basketball, but Spencer's never been a fan of sports at all. Brace yourselves for the story that comes next, 'cause Spencer had basketball experience that's quite complex.
Yeah.
I love that song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you know it already?
No, I like the energy. That's
Okay.
that's like what I would lift weights to that song. I would probably play it in the car. It's ragey. I like it.
Yeah.
Rock and roll. I like
I
rock.
wondered if you would be into that song, and I was super curious to know if you would have known it from before. But that's a band called Filter.
Filter.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna add that. What's the song called? So I want to add it to my songs right now.
Song title is Hey Man, Nice Shot.
Man, nice shot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna listen to that on my drive home.
Sick.
It's a good song.
Not Alan Sherman?
I mean, yes, but different mood.
Exactly. I think this may be, and we'll see as we continue with our 2-song episodes where we do 2.
Yep.
This might be the most eclectic pairing out of the entire list.
Well, yeah, you have dainty Disney,
Yeah.
Tweedledee, Tweedledum era kind of vibe versus
Sure. Kind of. Yeah. And I mean, that, I think, speaks volumes, almost literally, to how much I like music.
well, from the range, from just like one end to the other, one spectrum to the other. I think that's brilliant.
We've talked about the fact that, yes, there's artists that I would rather like eat my own toennails than listen to.
Sure.
But
that's gross. That's so gross.
yeah, but well, so is Nickelback.
Ooh, okay, fair.
Just kidding.
Shots are fired. No, you're not. It's fine.
I'm kidding to that degree, but
It's okay.
no, I would rather listen to Nickelback than do what I said. But The other 4 that are on that top 5 of my no playlist, no.
No. Okay.
No, thank you. Anyways, but the fact that, yeah, I can put on something that's goofy and got comedic value and sounds like a musical, and then something that's heavier.
Well, you are human, and your range of emotion,
That's what I mean.
that exists within you. You may not
big
show
time.
it. It might not be what you showcase to people at your forefront, right? For
No,
your
not
first
always.
impression, but
Yeah. But like I said, if life had a soundtrack, if my life specifically, I guess, had a soundtrack, both of these are on it.
hell yeah.
So again, time for assumptions.
Yes.
Anything that you take away from anything of it, vibes or
Well, so my first initial thought is I feel like you like to listen to this when you're angry, maybe when you're upset about something, because I haven't heard like a heavier song like this yet.
True.
Yeah. That's just my.
Yep.
I don't know, right?
I get you.
This
Yeah.
is why we're here. We're here to learn and dive deep and learn why.
Yeah.
But that's all. I don't really know. Like maybe. Because you couldn't go home after camp, so you're feeling the rage because
Sure.
you're like, I couldn't leave. But
Okay.
but I don't know. Like
I got you.
my tongue's tied. I don't
That's
know.
cool. No worries. So in order to add some clarity,
Okay.
we've already talked earlier in the episode about the first time I ever went to this camp, specifically Forest Cliff Camp, and how Jason helped me get through that. We're going to jump ahead 2 years.
Okay, can I just ask, did you not have Jason 2 years and then this was a song that helped you get through something because you were angry? Sorry, this is my brain just kind of...
I like the guesses.
Okay. Sorry,
No.
go ahead though, come on.
The answer to your question is no.
No, okay.
I had a different counselor the next year, but I believe Jason Allsport was still there.
Okay.
So I was like, hey, what up, man? And like, yeah, I got to see him.
Cool.
The third year that I went, it wasn't about who I had as a counselor. Actually, I had Toast that year, my third year, and so I knew him.
Preach toast!
Yeah. So our cabin was like in the woods that year. So by the third time I went, I was 13.
Now, do the cabins just move in because of age?
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Cool.
So when I was 13, it was a whole different vibe to this camp where it's like you're teenagers. A, you could stay up later. B, there's like parties and stuff. Like they had camp parties with teenage appropriate stuff.
Where was this camp again?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't have a
I'm
memory of
wondering
where
if it's
exactly.
the same one my ex-partner went to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the one in New Zealand.
Is the...
Because he...
Oh yeah, he moved.
He
there.
moved to New Zealand.
I'm like,
but
the camp's not in New Zealand.
No. He grew up going to
All right.
camps that were they were Christian camps, and I remember
Yeah.
he went away he would stay he told me he stayed. I wonder if the same one.
Could
'cause
be.
He lived in Toronto.
It's not far from here, but I forget exactly where it is.
Huh?
I'll
Interesting.
I'll get the clarification from my parents because they were the ones who drove me there when I was a kid.
Cool.
And I should have asked Jay if he could include that.
Yeah.
But either way, so I'm 13 at this point in our journey. Okay. I'm back at the same camp. All right.
Okay.
And again, in order to help tell this story, we're going to hear from somebody else.
I thought there was only one guest. There's two.
2 guests.
Oh, that's exciting.
Both
okay.
of which unfortunately couldn't be with us in person because they're both very busy.
Yep.
We're wrapping up summertime, of course.
Yep.
But here is another friend of mine with some more clarity on why this song maybe fits, keeping in mind that it's called Hey Man, Nice Shot.
Hey man, nice shot. Okay.
Ready?
Yeah, go.
Hi, my name is Joe Groot, and I just wanted to share a memory that I have from a number of years ago when I was the staff nurse at Forest Cliff Camp one summer. And this summer, or that week, Spencer was a camper at the camp. And I don't remember too many specifics about that week, except for this story. One of the days or evenings, I was called over to the basketball court quite urgently. And I remember showing up. I don't remember exactly what was going on, but I know that week campers were reminded over and over to not hang from the basketball rims because the nets would fall over. And I'm not sure how it happened, but somehow Spencer had the net and the rim fall directly onto his face, to the point where there was quite a bit of blood on his face when I showed up. And it ends up that the rim had landed sort of underneath his nose, between his nose and his lip, and caused quite a big gash. So we ended up sort of stabilizing the bleeding. There was a lot of question on what we should do. We ended up calling an ambulance to the camp, and Spencer took the ambulance to Sarnia Hospital, and I followed in my car. And then Spencer and I got to hang out in the emergency waiting room for a number of hours. This must have been in the afternoon, I think. And then, I don't remember too much at the hospital. He got looked at. They sutured him up, fixed him up over a number of hours we were there. And then I ended up driving him back to camp, and I think we got there in time for the campfire that evening. So I remember talking with Spencer on the car ride home or back to camp, which was nice to get to know the campers and get to know him a bit better. So yeah, that was my exciting story. That was the only time in the number of years I have been there as a nurse that we had to call an ambulance. So it could have been much worse. Thankfully, this wasn't too bad, and Spencer ended up being okay. But yeah, it was quite the memory, and I'm excited to hear Spencer's memory and recollection of the whole story. But yeah, that's what I remember.
That's Joe.
Nice shot, man.
Yeah.
Basketball related. And now I get it.
Big time. Yeah. So he's not wrong with anything that he said.
Damn, dude. You can see the scar now.
Now that you're aware of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. right on the side of the right side of my nose.
Yeah.
So Miss Basketball, I've been
for real.
pretty eager to tell you that there's a reason that I don't fuck with basketball.
And that's why.
Yeah. So it's not the easiest thing in the world for me to talk about. There's things that are harder to talk about. Episode 4. Episode 4 was tougher than this. Yeah. But yeah, I remember the feeling of going like, okay, I'm back here. It's my third time at this camp. There were campers that I had grown up with that I would just see each summer, and some old, some new kind of thing. And I remember that feeling of like, they all want to play basketball.
Oh, fuck.
I'm not a sports guy by any means. I'm the horse rider. So.
Yeah.
No,
you weren't thinking of that, but you know.
I was actually, that year, I was in the drama.
That's better than horseback riding.
Yes, I know. So it was like, yes, skits and stuff that you could do in the drama club thing.
Sorry, not bashing horseback riders. Like, that is a fun sport, but you know.
Just random.
Yeah.
So that's what I was doing that year. And so we're at like activity time or like free play, whatever they call it. And it's a bunch of guys want to play basketball. And I remember being like, oh, I can't say no. Well, I'd look like a wimp or something.
Sure.
And so I specifically remember being tossed the basketball. And my biggest reference for basketball was Space Jam, which we've brought up. We brought that up in episode 2 as well.
Yeah, vaguely.
Because you thought Ice Ice Baby was in that movie.
Yes, but it wasn't.
It's not. But I love that movie. Very much so. Didn't tell you at the time when you mentioned it because I knew it was going to come up today.
Yep.
And I wanted to do like the whole like Michael Jordan extending his arm, slam dunk kind of thing, at the end of the movie.
With the boys. You wanted to show off for the boys.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I may not be good at this. I may not do this all the time, but check this shit out. And I remember through my own eyes, I remember running up, dribbling, jumping, made the shot, first of all. So.
But then it came down on your face.
Then I'm hanging on the rim trying to look like a badass. And it was a portable net outdoor, right?
Yeah.
So the little plastic anchor that's, how they have those bases that you fill with water?
Yep.
You probably
I had
know.
one of those. Yep.
Yeah, I bet you did. And so I don't think this one was full of water because they cemented the little plastic anchor into the court so that it would be, hard to tip over.
Okay.
But with me hanging on it, it just leaned, and I think the extension let go as well, so it kind of went like shing like this, and then wobbled. My legs went forward, and then the whole thing came down.
Oh my God.
And just smashed me right in the face.
Nice shot, man.
Yeah, no
Holy
kidding.
heck.
The irony is that I was wearing a t-shirt that was Mr. Potato Head, and it said Mr. Potato Head picks his nose, and he was like choosing noses off of a selection board. Meanwhile, half of my nose is now ripped off my face. So
that feels like one of those like Murphy's Law.
Yeah, kind of.
Like situations where.
Mm-hmm. And Joe's not wrong. I mean, yeah, I remember. This is the part that's tough to talk about. I remember lying there, and 2 other male counselors coming over and lifting the net off of my face, and hearing it kind of go like beside me, like crashing onto the tarmac, whatever, the court.
Yeah.
So I'll warn you, and I'll warn other people. This might get just a hair graphic.
Okay.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And anyone listening, if you don't do well with gory related stuff, just a small heads up. I won't get horribly graphic, but I'm lying there, obviously petrified, and I'm screaming help. All the other boys were around, but I remember screaming help me, and every time I hit the P in help, just a waterfall of blood flew off my face.
God.
And I was covered in it. And I remember starting to kind of black out a little bit due to obviously the adrenaline and the blood loss, and I'm lying there. And this is the hardest part, because I remember yelling out, "I love you, Mom and Dad," because I thought I was going to die.
Oh.
I thought, I'm going to die on a basketball court doing something that I never usually do,
And today's the day I'm going.
And my family is not with me, and I remember that emotion, being like, I'm going to die.
Wow.
Because I had never had such an injury.
And this was 13.
Yeah.
When you were 13. Wow.
Yeah. And Joe showed up because he was the nurse, and we also knew him through the same church that we knew Jason from. So Joe picks me up, and a couple other helpers and whatnot. And, as he said, they kind of stopped the bleeding, called home again, and just said, just so you know, he's had a pretty major accident. And my mom's like, oh, okay. Like, she couldn't see me, right? Yeah. So I remember hearing her on the phone, and her going like, okay, well, they're going to help you. And like, Joe's with you. You know him. That's good. That's a really good blessing that you know the guy. Mm-hmm. And I was like, it's bad, Mom. Like, it's bad. And she's like, okay, I know. And I don't think it fully registered how bad it was.
Yeah.
She couldn't see.
She couldn't see.
So there was no FaceTime at that moment.
No.
And I guarantee if I tried to use FaceTime to unlock my phone with my face
it
like that,
wouldn't have worked.
It would have been like Quasimodo's trying to unlock the phone. So I remember the ambulance ride to the hospital, and the biggest takeaway from that for me was that the paramedic, who was very nice too. I wish this was somebody I could name drop, because he was so nice, and he kept me calm and collect and all that. I just remember him saying, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" Oh. And I'm 13ish. You could still ask a 13-year-old that.
Yeah, of course.
And I said, well, Jim Carrey's a pretty big hero of mine. I'd like to be like that kind of quality. And he looked at my form or whatever, and he goes, Spencer Higgins. I'll try to remember that name when I see it on TV.
Aww.
And I was like, that's rad. So that was pretty cool of him.
That brought you some light in a time of darkness, right?
Yeah, and this was by a landslide the first time I'd ever experienced something this catastrophically scary.
Well, and especially your face too, like you're near your eyes, like where you're breathing, where you're speaking. All your senses are right here.
Exactly.
A lot of them, right? And that having like I can't even imagine, dude.
No,
that's rough. I'm so sorry, man.
Well, that's why I don't play sports. Like, I've never been a sports guy, and that backs up my whole reason why I don't like to participate.
That's
but
okay.
Again, though, without Joe being there at the hospital with me, and I remember sitting there on the in the waiting room, not the waiting room, but the room that I still got operated on but I had to wait for the doctor to show up. So I remember sitting there, and Joe says to me, "Have you seen yourself?" And I was like, "No." And he goes, "Do you want to?" And I was like, "I don't think so." Like,
Did you ever look?
not before being stitched. That would have scarred me. Like, this scarred me, but that would have emotionally scarred, seeing myself in that condition.
Yeah.
This is where it's going to get super graphic for just one sentence. You could take my nostril and peel it up to my eye. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
That's okay. But
There's probably a lot of other people reacting the same way.
Squirmy.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't blame you. I wouldn't want to see that either.
No.
You're 13. You're covered in blood. Like.
Yeah.
You're trying. Yeah. Oh.
Literally, I'm like, my right nostril is dangling, you know? And so the doctor came in and obviously stitched me up. I remember, this is weird that I remember this. While lying there, I had to get the needle in my face too, which was not pleasant for the process to begin.
Yeah.
He stitched me up. I say to the female nurse from the hospital, "You're really pretty." Like, I did this weird rush of, I kind of look like a badass right now.
Some confidence came, eh?
I'm just like, you know what? In case I do black out and die still, maybe I should say this. I don't know. This is just a dumb thing. I went, "You're really pretty, by the way." And the doctor operating on me, who was a man, goes, "Thank you." I was like, I remember being like, "No, her."
It's okay. You're 13. You're a boy. It's fine.
I don't know. It was just something to say because I was scared and I was trying to go a different way emotionally, I think. But then that car ride back with Joe, he didn't say this, which I was surprised. We stopped at a McDonald's drive-thru.
I love McDonald's.
Same. And he got me a root beer. And I just remember, anytime I have a root beer from McDonald's, it takes me to the car ride with Joe.
I love those feelings.
Yeah.
I love those feelings.
Yeah, where another sense is kicked in.
Yeah, and then you're brought back to a whole other realm of life. Oh, those are the best.
Yeah.
I'm like impressed and happy that like you never had any bone. Like teeth, like did it mess with your teeth and your bones?
No, that's not why my teeth are crooked. But
no,
I know you're not saying that. I self-deprecate when it comes to my teeth. You know
but like because it's right in your nose, right? Yeah. So I'm like, and you're 13, so like your adult, like just your skull.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah, big time.
Wow.
Well, and the back of my head hit the tarmac.
Yeah, so you're going, oh my god.
So it was like back of head hit the tarmac, basketball net slams into face.
Holy fudge.
It was like a Wile E. Coyote thing.
Yeah.
You know? Except I didn't walk away like an accordion up and down.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it was horrifying. Like, there's no lie.
That's terrifying.
Absolutely horrifying. And I mean, I found so much silver lining in every single chapter of it. You know what I mean? Every single bit of the experience.
That's what you gotta do.
Everything from the shirt to the fact that Joe was there, to the paramedic, to the doctor, to the nurse, to the root beer, you know? Yeah. And even as I'm telling you this, I'm kind of experiencing a bit of proud moment for myself, because we talked the first story about wanting to go home and overcoming the fear of just the newness of camp. There were 2 more days left of camp when that happened to me. I stayed.
So you didn't go.
I arrived back at camp with my nose stitched back on, looking like I was smuggling a bowling ball in my cheek.
You gotta finish strong, man. You gotta finish strong.
Well, and I figured if I showed up, everyone would be like, "Yo!"
Well, like, exactly. You're gonna be the talk of the camp.
Kinda. And I still had a comedy sketch to perform with the drama group.
See, dude, you know what? You're fine. You're flying colors. You're great.
Well, the color was red, that's for sure. But I remember showing back up, and a lot of the campers being like, "Holy shit, dude." Yeah. Like, because they all witnessed it happen. You know, and they're like, "Dude, what?" Like, and I literally, it looked like there was a bowling ball on the side of my face. And like, I wasn't kidding when I said like Quasimodo. Yeah. So that night there was a big party planned, like already on the schedule. And there was supposed to be some kind of contest for whatever cabin won the contest. They got like a VIP experience for this party. They were like, "We're canceling the contest. The kid who got his face mangled today, his cabin can have the VIP."
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. That's very nice. That's wholesome.
It was mainly because they didn't want me like raving and jumping around amongst a crowd of sea of kids. You know what I mean? Because in case I got bonked in the
Yeah,
face, then
it's a safety precaution. Yeah.
back to the hospital we go.
Yep.
And so get this, a little guessing game for you.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'm up in this VIP balcony lounge during
Okay.
this party.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
settle down. I'm just kidding.
I like games.
I know, I'm teasing you. I'm up there, and yes, I have like other dudes coming up to me, girls from the camp being like, "You're so brave," and I'm like,
Oh my god.
I guess.
Oh my god, Spencer.
Yeah, sure. The DJ of the party comes over because his setup was on this balcony.
Yeah.
He comes over to me and goes, "Hey man, I heard what happened to you today. Do you have a song request? And I'll shout you out." What song that we have already listened to did I ask him to play?
And we already listened to it on this show? Oh my god.
You only have maybe 7
Ice
or 8.
Ice Baby.
Yeah. Yeah. It's exactly right. I was like, Ice Ice Baby by Vanilla Ice.
Nice.
And then he said, "Yo, this goes out to Spencer Higgins, who mangled his face today," or whatever, how he worded it. He played Ice Ice Baby for me.
My thought was gonna be like, was that the guy that, or was that the person that inspired you to be a DJ?
No,
That was
not
gonna
him.
be my next thought. Was like,
No.
oh, was he like, you want to hang on my turntables? You want to
Well,
check it
maybe.
out?
I bet that has deep subconscious little nudge to it.
Well, maybe because he was
Might be.
he was kind to you and was like, hey man,
Yeah. Yeah, do you have a request and all that?
you never know.
So that's that story. And of course, that leads me to wanting to ask you, A, it's a 2-part question. A, what's the biggest injury you've ever experienced? And B, was it during basketball?
Okay, well, I've dude. So I played like almost 10 years of competitive ball, okay?
Yeah.
And that's like traveling states, also staying in Canada. I think I rolled my ankle. I rolled my ankle probably like 5 times.
Oh, okay.
My knees have popped and I had to get them popped back in.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to say basketball was definitely not the worst
Okay.
the cause of the worst injury I've had.
Okay, so it was a separate.
Separate. Worst injury was snowboarding. And it was January of 2023.
Oh, recent.
It was recent.
Oh.
I was in the terrain park. I was wearing a helmet, helmet and goggles, but I was all going on rails and going on jumps and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And basically, I was approaching a rail too fast, and I didn't have control. And basically, the tip of my board got stuck right at the tip of the pole, like the rail.
Yeah.
I went face first right onto the rail.
Oh, yeah.
My board hit my helmet. I flew. I seen colors. I seen bursts of bubbles pop, in my brain.
Gee.
And I had a bad concussion, and
Oh, wow.
it still kind of affects me to this day, where I get migraines.
So this
and-
is what you've been referring to?
Yes, this is what I've been referring to when I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, my head, my migraines, like it always comes back
Yeah.
to that, and like noises and sensory. Now, mind you, it's not as bad, like it's gotten better, but because my career is in the music industry and performing on stage, like I have to really baby my head, because if I'm on stage and lights are coming at me, like I gotta make sure that I can still do my job and have fun while doing it.
Yeah.
So that's probably my biggest injury. Like
Okay.
a bad concussion, because it still
Now, do you want to
lingers.
admit that that's how you lost your tooth, too? No, just...
That's the cool way of how I lost my
I
tooth.
was crossing my fingers going, maybe she's going to be like, and that's how my tooth came out.
I wish I had a cool story for my tooth,
Nah, I
but
know.
it's not that.
It's all good.
Yeah, anyways. But yeah, so I want to say snowboarding's probably it. Basketball was like my light and savior. I love that sport.
Yeah. So nothing where you had to be rushed to a hospital during basketball.
No, I actually went in the ambulance for the first time January 25th. Or not January, July 25th.
Oh.
Like
this year?
Yeah, that just passed.
That's the first time you've ever been in the back of an ambulance?
Yeah, because I was called for it.
Oh, whoa.
So I've had some sciatic issues.
Oh.
All is fair in love and war, but basically, like, I couldn't walk one morning, and it was so bad. I was crying. I was in so much pain. I could not walk. My family was scared. And
This year?
Yeah, literally 4 weeks ago.
Oh, geez. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was my first time, like, actually going in there, and I was in so much pain, Spence. I kid you not. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God, it was awful.
Yeah. Well, you know it's serious when an ambulance has to be.
Well, and that's just it. Like, my parents couldn't drag me into the car. Like, I couldn't. It was brutal. Anyways, yeah. And it's not a fun experience. It's actually really kind of scary. Like, it's
Yeah. It can be.
It can, yeah. Yeah, because it's just you're in a.
Did they ask you what you wanted to be when you grew up?
Well, funny enough, the paramedic actually knew Brandon, the guy that I talked about in this episode. He worked in the music industry as well, so he was a drummer in a band that used to work with my coworker. It was really weird because I went in the ambulance on a Friday or a Saturday, and I was supposed to work that night. And he was like, so, do you have plans? I was like, well, I was supposed to work tonight. I work at the music hall, He was like, oh, cool. I'm a musician. I'm a musician too. And I was like, oh. And then we just kind of, it's a small world. And you're like, wow.
It led to the coincidence.
Yeah, so that made my experience in the ambulance much more safe and homey, right?
Well, you got to love the bedside manner of, no, for real, of certain doctors or surgeons or paramedics. It's a bit of a lottery in that theme. You know what I mean?
Because you never know what kind of person you're going to get.
They could be a no-nonsense, like, Kate, get on the bed, let's go, like that. I've had that. And I feel more anxiety when I have that. But if somebody's like, yes, go ahead and lie back. Are you comfortable? Are you okay? That's all it takes.
I know.
But man, oh man, is it ever different when it comes to how you feel during the, because you're going through some major shit.
Yeah, he was really great. He was actually really great. It was, Well,
shout out to paramedics.
Yeah, heck yeah. It's funny how things work and how small worlds, how it happens,
Yeah.
It's a small world.
To reference back to Joe, so another man who I continue to look up to, but the lesson within his kindness and what he did, Joe showed me what it was to be there for someone during absolute crisis. Like, he was, again, calm, collect, even more so than the paramedics and everything. Just talking like a friend. He's sitting there looking at me like I had been shotgun blasted in the face, and just talking to me and keeping me calm.
Knowing how to truly hold space energetically for somebody, it's a gift, and not everyone, you can learn it, right? You can learn how to hold space, but there's an energy, like,
big time,
when you can really feel like someone's actually like there to just floor's yours, but like, and they sit with you in it, like, there was something that happened a few weeks ago. I'm not gonna get into it, but essentially I had to be a safe space for somebody, and just you're almost just like a friend. You're just like a friend that they never or they don't have at that moment, and you're just you're their strength. You're kind of their armor while they're going through it, where you're just holding that space and just being like, hey, I'm with you here. I'm here with you. It's gonna be okay. You're gonna get through it. But the space to express, the space to feel,
to go through it without the judgment or anything of that nature. Almost the exact opposite of what we talked about last week with episode 5, with when the music's over, when you feel like you don't have anybody.
Episode 5 or 4? Oh, yeah, 5, because it's releasing. It's released tomorrow.
We can talk about it.
Yes.
They're gonna have heard it already.
Yes.
But the opposite of that, where you go, I feel like I have no one. Both stories today are examples of two dudes who were like, dude, I am here for you, and in the best possible way, right? Yeah. So again, thank you to both Jason and Joe as well for just literally being there.
You rock, guys.
During that stuff, yeah. So then again, ball back in your court. Is there anybody that similar to what I've expressed with Joe for you, where maybe they didn't give advice or help you through an emotion, but they helped you like through something scary like that?
Well, I mean, the first, like, if I'm gonna say my buddy B-Dog, that I've mentioned twice now in this show, I guess it's more because those.
You said it was Brandon.
Brandon, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But it's more or less because those situations are more, like, present. They happened within the last 4 months.
Okay.
That, like,
they're easier to.
They're easier to remember and call out. Yeah, because there's been times when I was triggered and I was upset and angry, and he just, again, I'm just sitting there being my loud, angry self, just expressing, being like, this is stupid. Fuck this. Yeah. He's literally just standing there being like,
contrasting it.
Yeah, it's just he's like, you're allowed to feel how you feel. Yeah. But it's in a way, because anger is important to express, but it's in a way you have to express it and then calm down to the neutral, and then just I don't know what it is, just kind of the person's just there, right? And
Big
that they're
time,
just support.
That's good.
Yeah.
So he's the one that comes to mind.
Well, yeah, because it's just the last 4 months, whenever I've had issues, more or less he's really good for that. He's a good dude.
Cool.
Good man.
Is there a song that takes you back to snowboarding?
You know what? It's called Forever. Mm-hmm. It's by Drake, Eminem.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think Lil Wayne's in it too.
All right.
So I used to listen to this song when I would go down the hills.
Yeah.
It would pump me up.
So you had music in your ears as you were snowboarding.
Are you talking about like when I hit my head? Or just implying like general?
Yeah,
I always listen to music when I snowboard.
Okay.
It's like, oh yeah, dude. The hill is my
Okay.
freaking...
So, sorry, finish that sentence.
Well, the hill is my freaking... It's my stage, right?
All right.
Sure.
So, I respect... Okay, so you mentioned a song.
Yeah.
This is my absolute curiosity. Were you listening to a song when you did have your accident?
No.
Okay.
No. So that's, if I'm in a terrain park, if I'm actually going and doing jumps and I'm on rails, if there's a level of like, hey, we're not just going down quick and carving down. We're like, you have to focus. So when I listen to music, I can't focus all the time unless I'm performing it. So
So there was no track playing.
No track playing. And I was with my friends, so we were all communicating together. They see me go down. They're like, oh shit.
So Forever.
It's called Forever. I used to listen to it a lot back in like 2011, 12, 2013 era.
Yeah. And that brings you to your snowboarding vibes. Okay.
Just kind of like, athlete.
So here we go again with talk about eclectic. You got Cool and the Gang, and then you got Drake and Eminem and Lil Wayne.
I was Lil Wayne for Halloween in grade 8.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I'm a white girl. Like, I'm the whitest girl you could ever be.
Yeah. Instead of trick or treat, did you just go like, hey? Like do that little giggle?
No,
I can't do an impression of him.
No. It was just at a Halloween party. My friend was having a Halloween party, and they were just like, be something. And I had like 4 other things. I'm like, I need to just... I just wore a baggy sweater, baggy pants, and freaking skateboard shoes. And I drew a teardrop on my face.
No. Was there candy being distributed at this party? Because I imagine you would have asked for a lollipop. Anyway. I have to try.
Oh, that was such an era of my life. Yeah. You know what's funny? Okay, can I tell you actually? Do we have time?
Probably.
What are we at?
An hour.
I don't. Okay, this is a funny story, and I'm only going to bring it up because Lil Wayne is involved. So, grade 8 confirmation. Did you ever have to do confirmation in Christianity?
Tell me what that is.
So essentially, it's the next step after your first communion. I don't remember exactly why you do it, but it's essentially you do your first communion. That's when you can receive the bread from the priest.
We did that in church on Sundays.
Yep. Okay.
Anyone could participate.
So basically, confirmation. It's almost like I think it's like kind of like I don't even know what it's for. I basically did it because I grew up at a Catholic school. I had to do it, right?
Sure, okay.
But I specifically remember listening to Lil Wayne at these confirmation meetings because you would have these small group meetings to talk about like Bible verses and like what it means to be confirmed, right? You're basically growing up in the eyes of the church. I think that's kind of what it is.
Yeah.
And I remember I had one of those hoodies. Now, if you remember these... Please let me know. If you remember these, let me know.
I think I know where you're heading.
The hoodies with the earplugs in the egg, like in the hoodie thing. Okay,
the drawstrings.
The drawstrings, yeah. So I wore that hoodie every time I'd go to my confirmation meeting, and I'd plug in my phone, and I'd sit there with those drawstrings, one in my ear, listening to Lil Wayne, while my confirmation lady is like, we're sitting there, okay, and I'm just like...
Young money.
I did not care.
That's funny.
But it just shows what the growth is, because I was like a 13, 14, like angsty teen, puberty. Sure, I'm like, I don't want to do this. I'm not here. But then it's like... Yeah.
For me, I always did that in high school because I like I said already, I like my life to feel like there's a soundtrack going on.
I love that. That's cool. Your life is a movie.
That's when I did grow out of the earbud things because they were more secretive, but I'm like, I hated the feeling. We talked about this a little. So
and then you got the over the heads.
Yeah, and I wore them around my neck all the time, so it was extremely obvious if I was listening to music.
Love it. That's cool. Yeah.
So
I'm so happy you remember those sweaters.
Oh yeah.
That's amazing.
I knew a lot of people that had them.
I've brought it up to a few, and not many people remember. That's cool.
Oh yeah. Well, anything in the history of music and audible sound and being able to listen to things, it's like
back when they had an aux cord. Literally the headphone jack went through the sweater.
That's right. There were backpacks that had built-in speakers.
Oh yeah, and then a place you could plug in your phone too.
Yeah, or just MP3 player. You could just slip your MP3 player into a little slip jacket thing, plug it in, and it would play out of the backpack.
That's cool.
Yeah. I never had one, but I wanted one.
They had chargers built into it though, right?
I think so.
You charge the speaker through the backpack,
something like that. If you plugged it into the wall. Yeah. Pretty cool stuff.
Wild.
Short-lived era.
Very much so.
But still, it's cool that we both got to experience it.
Yeah.
Considering you're 5 years younger than me. Yeah. Still sweet, though. That
92. You're 92?
Yeah.
I'm 97. My brother's a 92, so I feel like
That's right.
that kind of...
I remember you saying that. Yeah.
This makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right, because you would have been exposed to things that he was enjoying, and
Precisely.
it would have been in your home and all that.
Precisely.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for the back and forth today about camp-related stuff and injury-related stuff.
Hey.
You know, we've both been smoked in the head, but we're both still pretty good-looking people. Next week, okay, we are going to. Do you recall my Mount Rushmore of heroes?
Yes.
You're going to learn who number 2 is.
Okay. Number 1 was Jim Carrey. Now we're learning number 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That, and there will be 2 songs.
Okay.
One is going to, again, reveal who the number 2 person on my Mount Rushmore of heroes is. And the next song after that will reveal an instrument that I've dabbled in playing. Yeah. And I want to hear more about your guitar experiences, things like that. See, I'm trying to plant...
One.
What's that?
I remember breaking one. My
Okay.
first guitar, I broke it.
Not yet.
Shit! Sorry!
Hold on!
Okay.
Save this till next week. So
You're right.
I'm trying to tease for them and you so you can mentally prepare a little bit for next week. So we're going to duct tape Marissa's head shut.
Yeah, no kidding.
And we'll say goodbye for now. Thank you so much to Jason and Joe for contributing your voice messages. Deeply appreciated. Hope to have more people on the show, whether that's in person or...
Yeah, I thought it was great.
Yeah.
It's always great to have... The more the merrier.
And maybe if we can pull the strings, maybe you can have somebody that you show up one day and you go, hey, I have a voice message from somebody.
Interesting.
Feel free.
Maybe.
If you feel compelled to go, hey, something we talked about, here's a little icebreaker for today from somebody I know.
Huh.
You have full...
Planting a seed, you are.
Feel free to do that if you feel compelled to.
Okay.
All right. So we'll hear from more friends in the future, and we'll see you guys back here next week for more Heart Attack.
Hell yeah.
Peace.
Bye.
Hey, man, it's hard.